Hey everybody, this is Andre here with the Kevin Breeze channel, and this is Top 5 Reasons to Buy the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G in 2021. To get more information on the pricing and availability of this phone, definitely check the link in the description. This link is going to take you right to the phone on Samsung's website, where a lot of the time, they run some great trade-in deals that you might not be able to find anywhere else. That being said, let's get started. So the first reason to buy this phone in 2021 is the display. This phone has a 6.6-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 720p, a PPI of 266, an aspect ratio of 20:9, and a screen-to-body ratio of 84.3%. This display is definitely on the larger side, which is great for content consumption. And another thing to keep in mind is that this display, instead of having an LCD display of any kind, it has a Super AMOLED display, which means the colors are going to be a lot brighter and the quality of the image is overall just going to be better. This is great for something like content consumption or gaming, or even if you're browsing the web and need to read something, having a larger display will help with that. And with the content consumption, the larger display combined with the Super AMOLED display is going to make the experience a lot better. Now, the second reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G in 2021 is the storage. This phone has 128 gigabytes of internal storage with microSD card expansion, which is a really great amount of storage. If you take a lot of photos and videos, or if you have larger apps like games, you're definitely going to benefit from this. To put this into perspective, entry-level iPhones that are a lot more expensive than this phone start out at only 64 gigabytes and don't have the opportunity to use microSD cards to expand the storage. So this phone not only has more internal storage to begin with, but you can also use a microSD card in it as well. To give you a better idea of what this looks like, 26.9 gigabytes are being used on this phone right now, and it's only taking up 21% of the phone's storage. This just goes to show how much storage the phone actually has. These days, apps are getting larger and larger, and not to mention the system memory is also large. So having as much storage as you possibly can get is definitely a good thing. The third reason to buy this phone in 2021 is the camera. This phone has a 20 megapixel front-facing camera, a 48 megapixel rear camera, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera, a 5 megapixel depth sensing camera, and a 5 megapixel macro camera. This camera pretty much has every feature that you would expect out of a modern day smartphone. Now, of course, it doesn't have a telephoto lens like some of the high-end phones like the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, but other than that, it pretty much does have everything. So this is a picture taken with the normal rear camera of the phone. The colors are really well balanced, the image is super crisp, and the focus looks really professional. I definitely have no complaints about this picture. If you're using this phone to take pictures for professional purposes, I would definitely say you wouldn't go wrong with it. If you're posting on social media or websites or anything else where the quality really matters, then it's definitely going to look great. The image is really sharp and really, it's even up there with those higher end flagship phones. This is a picture taken with the ultra-wide camera. Now normally on ultra-wide cameras, especially the mid-level range cameras, they get a little bit distorted and the edges get warped or they get a little blurry. But in this case, the image is really crisp and really high quality and the colors are still well balanced. Overall, it has a similar quality to the normal camera, which I think is really impressive. This is a photo taken with a macro camera. The macro camera is really detailed as any macro camera should be, and you really get those close-up images. I definitely have no complaints about this either. Even some phones that do have macro cameras don't always have good usable macro cameras, so this is nice to see that the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G has a macro camera that actually works well. This is a photo taken with a front-facing camera. As you can see here, the colors again are well balanced. There's no glare, the image is sharp. Again, nothing wrong with this photo. So overall, if you're looking for a phone to take photos for professional purposes like social media, websites, you name it, this phone will get the job done. In addition to that, This phone also has the ability to shoot 4K videos in the rear camera, and it shoots 1080p videos in the front. Now that being said, the resolution of the display is 720p, so you're not going to be viewing anything above 720p. You're going to be viewing it in that resolution because that's the resolution of the display. But once you put it on your computer or whatever the case may be, you're going to be able to see those nice 4K videos or 1080p if you're using the front camera. Now the fourth reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G in 2021 is in the name. It supports 5G. Now 5G is becoming more and more relevant. It is clearly going to be the future of mobile networks. So being able to support 5G is definitely a great feature that's going to be important in the future. A lot of phones in this price range don't support 5G, so it's really nice to see that a phone like this does. Now the fifth and final reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G in 2021 is its processor. This is a very fast phone. This phone is getting 6 GB of RAM with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 750 5G processor, arguably even faster than a lot of the older flagship phones. We ran a Geekbench 5 benchmark test on the phone, and it came back with a single core score of 658 and a multi-core score of 2009. Now I can tell you, this is a lot faster than a lot of the older flagship phones and a lot of phones in the similar price range as well. If you're doing more intense activities that require more processing power, like high levels of content consumption, streaming super high quality videos, or if you're doing something like video editing or gaming, or even if you're just doing basic things like browsing the web, you're definitely going to benefit from more processing power. So as far as that goes, this phone definitely has it. It's going to be really fast when pulling things up on the web. In fact, we're going to look at a couple things on the web just to show you how fast this phone really is. We're going to start by opening Google Chrome. There we go. And let's go to a web page. As you can see, that opened up really fast. We're going to try one more page. And again, it opened up really fast. So overall, even if you're doing something really simple like browsing the web, you're going to get a lot of value out of having the processing power that this phone does. But this is top 5 reasons to buy the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G in 2021. If you found these reasons compelling and you now want a Samsung Galaxy A42 5G for yourself, definitely check the link in the description. This link is going to take you right to the phone on Samsung's website, where a lot of the time they have some great trade-in deals that you might not be able to find anywhere else. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.